Hello, cinema enthusiasts! In today's episode of Flick Spoilers, we will unravel the captivating narrative of a mesmerizing space western from South Korea, titled Space Sweepers. In the not-so-distant year 2098, humanity finds itself grappling with the bleak consequences of diminishing sunlight and acidic soil, leading to the disappearance of plants and the desperate state of our planet Earth. Fertile lands have withered away, forests have vanished, and vast deserts now sprawl across the landscape. A glimmer of hope emerges in the form of the UTS Corporation, extending its helping hand to humankind by constructing a magnificent orbiting abode that mirrors Earth's natural processes. This majestic floating mass of land, orbiting our home planet, aims to preserve life. However, the UTS Corporation's vision has a caveat: only a privileged few with ample financial means can ascend to this new celestial sanctuary and become UTS citizens. Regrettably, 95% of humanity remains trapped on the deteriorating Earth, unable to partake in this escape. In the distant constellation colonies known as the Orbits, a brave group known as the Space Sweepers bravely inhabit these less developed regions. They risk their very lives to venture into space's depths, collecting discarded space debris like forgotten satellites and derelict spacecraft. These brave souls trade their findings with the UTS warehouse, their means of survival. Now, let me introduce you to a colorful character named Kim Taeho, a seasoned space sweeper. Taeho's journey commences when he arrives at the enigmatic UTS Lost and Found the warehouse, home to both objects and people discovered in orbit. His purpose? To investigate the tragic demise of a 7-year-old girl recently found. Despite using his magnetic shoes to access the girl's presence, he sadly realizes she is not the one he seeks. Filled with disappointment, Taeho returns to his orbit ship, aptly named the Victory. Venturing alongside Taeho aboard the Victory are a diverse cast of characters: Tiger Park, a reformed drug dealer, the reliable android, Bubs, and their leader, Captain Jang. Together, they embark on a daring mission to intercept an abandoned spacecraft floating aimlessly in space. However, they face stiff competition from other space sweepers vying for the same prize. Yet, under Captain Jang's skilled leadership, they successfully claim the ship as their own, showcasing their impressive prowess. As fate would have it, the seemingly straightforward journey takes an unexpected twist. When they bring the abandoned ship to a waste management factory, they stumble upon a surprising and costly discovery. Hidden within the spacecraft is a young girl wearing a spacesuit, alive and well. Astonished, the crew rescues her and brings her aboard their ship, devising a plan to reunite her with her parents and potentially receive a rewarding bounty for their efforts. However, their enthusiasm is dampened when the news reveals the truth about the mysterious girl, identified as an android named Dorothy, harboring a dangerous weapon of mass destruction, conceived by the notorious terrorist group Black Fox. Now, wary of the perilous situation, the group contemplates their next move while grappling with the implications of having Dorothy on board. Amidst the unfolding drama, the plot thickens with missed calls from a certain Hyun-Woo Kang on Dorothy's phone, an individual associated with the UTS Corporation and a medical practitioner. Taeho seizes the opportunity and contacts Kang, striking a deal that involves a substantial sum of $2 million in exchange for Dorothy's safe return. Kang, intrigued by the proposition, acquiesces, igniting a spark of joy within the crew. However, unbeknownst to both parties, the shrewd CEO, James, quietly eavesdrops on their conversation from afar. Unraveling a hidden agenda, James yearns to possess the young girl Dorothy, as he believes she holds the key to executing his grand plan of colonizing Mars. As the story unfolds, twists and turns abound. The crew's rendezvous with Dr. Kang takes an unexpected turn when they discover the girl is nowhere to be found. Simultaneously, Dorothy finds herself in a peculiar club, with a growing number of people recognizing her true nature, leading to chaos and fear among the club's patrons. In a thrilling twist of events, Dr. Kang stumbles upon Dorothy amidst the frantic crowd, but is forcefully pulled away by the panicking masses. As fate would have it, the space guards dispatched by the cunning James appear on the scene. In a desperate attempt to harm Taeho, they unleash a hail of gunfire, only to be met with astonishment as Dorothy unveils her extraordinary powers, crafting a protective shield to shield him. Seizing the opportune moment, the brave crew manages to escape with Dorothy aboard their resilient ship. However, the crew finds themselves at a crossroads, uncertain about what to do with the enigmatic girl. Taeho's comrade, the adventurous Tiger, endeavors to connect with Dorothy, engaging her in playful activities to keep her preoccupied. Meanwhile, Captain Jang stumbles upon a heartwarming drawing, a creation by the young Dorothy. As time passes, an undeniable affection begins to grow among the crew for the intriguing girl. A remarkable development takes place the following day, catching the crew by surprise. Within the confines of their ship, a remarkable tomato plant flourishes, a testament to the power of nature's resilience. The ever-dependable android Bubs takes it upon themselves to share the crew's past with Dorothy, unearthing a surprising revelation about their previous prosperous and benevolent lives. Taeho, once a respected commander of the Space Guards and the esteemed UTS genius, shares a deeply poignant story from his past. A mission that involved discovering a human baby entrusted to him for return to Earth resulted in a life-altering decision. Opting to care for the child, he bestowed upon her the name Suni and cherished her as his own daughter. This heartwarming connection ultimately led him to abandon his former ways, a decision that saw him cast out of the UTS by the cunning James. Haunted by the separation from his beloved daughter during an orbital catastrophe, Taeho has since tirelessly endeavored to amass the necessary funds to organize a search party for Suni. In the midst of these revelations, the crew receives a lucrative offer from an individual eager to claim Dorothy for a substantial sum of money. While Taeho considers handing her over, Tiger harbors concerns about the girl's safety in the hands of strangers. Taeho reminds him that his pursuit of finding Suni outweighs all other concerns. In a moment of unforeseen events, Dorothy is abducted from the restroom, causing the crew to swiftly spring into action. Determined to rescue the little girl, they bravely pursue her captor, culminating in a decisive showdown, which unveils a surprising adversary, Karam, the manager of the very garbage disposal facility where the crew trades space debris. As the crew delves deeper into the truth, they unravel Dorothy's true nature, discovering that she is, in fact, a human rather than an android. Afflicted by a congenital disease that rendered her immobile, Dr. Kong made a fateful decision to inject her with nanobots salvaged from space debris, an act that miraculously granted her incredible powers. Able to communicate with other nanobots, Dorothy showcased her gifts by healing and nurturing life, as evidenced by the flourishing tomato plant. Yet, the sinister James had his own clandestine designs for the extraordinary girl. Recognizing her potential to restore Earth's fertility and make his corporation obsolete, he concocted a dangerous plan. To maintain his power and supremacy, he designated Dorothy a threat, branding her with a false identity as a hydrogen bomb-carrying menace, thereby justifying his malevolent intentions. To add further intrigue, the crew learns that the group known as Black Fox, environmentalists in reality, had been falsely accused and manipulated by James to bear the blame for any potential hydrogen bomb catastrophe on Earth. Astounded by these revelations, the crew finds themselves on the brink of danger as James' space guards encroach on their orbit. With adrenaline surging, the crew's daring escape leads them into a treacherous realm swarming with millions of nanobots. With Dorothy's extraordinary connection to these minuscule machines, she rescues the ship from potential catastrophe but, in the process, succumbs to unconsciousness. Fearing the worst, Tiger performs CPR, finally succeeding in reviving the brave young girl. In an emotionally charged moment, the crew orchestrates a reunion between Dorothy and her father, Dr. Kong, under the guidance of the benevolent Black Fox Group. As joyous hugs abound, their happiness is tragically short-lived when James and his soldiers ruthlessly attack, leading to a devastating outcome. James, in his cunning manner, hands Taeho and the crew an exorbitant sum of $4 million for protecting Dorothy, and subsequently, with the girl in tow, he makes a swift departure. Moreover, he assigns his relentless soldiers to keep a watchful eye on the crew and their indomitable ship, Victory. In the face of treacherous adversity, the crew's resilience and bravery shine brightly, their unwavering determination leading them down a path of unyielding hope and unforeseen alliances. As the dust settles and the commotion subsides, Tiger gathers the remaining crew to discuss their next steps. A heated argument ensues until Captain Jang intervenes, wisely suggesting that Taeho pursue his daughter's salvation while the rest of the crew endeavors to save Dorothy. As preparations for their respective missions commence, Taeho's heart remains heavy with memories of Suni. However, to everyone's delight, he ultimately resolves to join forces with the crew on the quest to rescue Dorothy. The crew springs into action, each member displaying their exceptional skills as they face relentless barrages of fire from the Space Guards. Remarkably, they manage to elude their pursuers and finally reach Dorothy's location. There, they find her bound to a chair, fear etched across her innocent face, while a deadly hydrogen bomb lurks ominously nearby. Captain Jang discerns the bomb's catastrophic potential, capable of causing untold devastation within a radius of 5,000 kilometers. Faced with the gravity of the situation, the crew grapples with the weight of responsibility. They cannot turn away when the lives of billions are at stake. Determined to save humanity, they rally their fellow space sweepers for aid, seeking to outmaneuver the waiting space guards. With united efforts and ingenious tactics, they succeed in evading the clutches of the guards and escaping from the facility. A fierce clash ensues between the space sweepers and the guards, culminating in the guards' resounding defeat. Only one ship remains, piloted by the cunning James himself. Captain Jang devises a brilliant plan, broadcasting James's sinister agenda to the world, thereby exposing his vile intentions to destroy the Earth. The crew's steadfast actions ensure that the truth is revealed to all, and James is caught off guard when he latches his ship onto the Victory, expecting to find Dorothy but instead encountering the hydrogen bomb. A surprising twist emerges. The crew had ingeniously placed the hydrogen bomb within their own ship and sent Dorothy away with the other space sweepers. They selflessly decided to sacrifice their lives, guiding the bomb far from Earth to protect humanity. The bomb detonates, engulfing James and the Victory, while the rest of humanity remains unharmed, secured by the nanobot shield that Dorothy conjured. Gratitude and joy fill the hearts of the crew members as they witness the world's recovery. Dorothy's extraordinary abilities contribute to the healing of the Earth, breathing life into once barren lands. She even aids Taeho in reuniting with his precious daughter Suni, their emotional embrace marking a heartwarming reunion. With renewed vigor, the crew returns to their noble role as space sweepers, armed with an upgraded ship, newfound wealth, and Dorothy as a valuable addition to their team. The android Bubs undergoes a transformative change, now adopting a human appearance. Together, they embark on new adventures, continuing their mission to safeguard space and protect the Earth. And that's how it ends. Did you like the way it ended? Let us know in the comments below. And for more such thrilling escapades and captivating stories, don't forget to subscribe to Flick Spoilers. Thank you for watching. Until next time, this is Flick Spoilers, signing off.